This week looks different. It's Christmas, family's in town, and schedules are, well, they're loose.
Tell the world I'm on a mission. You can feel that the energy is shifting. Less than one ain't nothing I'm comprehending. I dread losing more than I love winning. Yeah.
So this week isn't about trying to force normal training, it's about managing expectations.
I feel a vibe when I'm coming through. Can't ignore the signs. You might be in the running, but no victory is mine.
Now, I'm not trying to avoid workouts, I'm just trying to be realistic about what fits. With all the holiday festivities going on, if I get in at least one bike workout and one run, that's a win. If I can sneak in a swim over the weekend, great. If not, I move on without guilt.
Let the actions do the talking. So what you call that shit made me a winner.
Right now, to me, consistency doesn't mean that every week looks the same. It just means that you don't disappear when life shows up. And to me, this is still training, just with different volume. I'm still showing up, I'm still thinking long term, and next week we just pick back up. And that's the plan for week 13, so let's see how it goes. On to Christmas week. Okay, so for full transparency, today is Sunday the 27th, so Christmas has already come and gone. You have a good Christmas, buddy? I think so. You got this cool new drill. Look at that thing. All it does is just suck on it. Yeah. But it was an incredibly busy holiday season, and we celebrated a total of 5 different Christmases with all our family. And this week was never about forcing training. It was all about being present. And you know, we totally did that. We spent a lot of time with family, and there's just a lot of moving pieces, especially when you have 5 different Christmas activities you got to be a part of. You just got to juggle your schedule as best as you can. So like I said earlier, I'm keeping this week's training expectations as simple as possible. And so today, I'm just doing a nice, easy, long Sunday run, clocking another 55 minutes. And today it's not really about the training, it's just about getting in the movement and working my way back into that rhythm so I can come in next week feeling refreshed and strong. So this week I don't want to force anything, I just want it to feel easy. And with me being as competitive as I am, I just have to keep reminding myself that taking an easy week doesn't erase progress, and in fact, sometimes it protects progress. So today, I'll just enjoy the run, and I'll enjoy the rest of the weekend, and then next week, we build. All right, into the run.
We on the move, it's time they notice. Life is an ocean and I'm floating. Tengo la paz, estoy buscando la más. Pasa lo que pasa, solo sigo su plan. This my family flow. Yeah, these rappers are my kids and I'm raising the bros. Oh, I make songs for my people, go hard for my people, all star.
I'm about 42-ish minutes into my run. Let's see, 44 minutes. I intentionally started out super slow, especially based on the feedback I received from a lot of you. Start your long runs out nice and smooth, slower than you typically would go. That way you have more gas at the end of your run, rather than doing the opposite, which is starting out fast and just gassing out in the last mile. I gotta say, thank you for the tip. And man, I am feeling so good right now. Also, check this out. This is what I've been running on. It is all ice. Not for the whole run, but definitely a good portion of it. I've basically been ice skating for half of this run. That's okay. Haven't fallen yet. Fingers crossed I don't at all. Okay, it is Monday, the last training day of this week, and yesterday's run went really well. At least I think it went really well. It was nothing crazy, it was just exactly what I needed after the holidays. It was easy, it was steady, and it just got me moving again. Now, I'll put the stats up right here, but just to go over a couple of them. Yesterday, the total time was 59 minutes and 49 seconds, and I clocked a total of 4.85 miles. But the exciting part is that I was able to keep my heart rate so low on this run. I don't know if it's because I took a lot of time off, so I'm kind of guessing that taking that time off and letting my body kind of, I guess, rest and recover really allowed my cardiovascular system to just kind of rest, relax, and then come into yesterday's run feeling really strong. So with that being said, my average heart rate was 130. So needless to say, I am incredibly stoked about that, because for a lot of these runs I've been struggling to stay in that zone 2 heart rate zone, but this run it felt so smooth and so easy. To blast through some of these other stats, my average pace was 12:20, my max heart rate was 144, and I was able to keep my average run cadence at 170. But anyways, today is my last workout of this training week, so I've got to swim, and I am currently here at the gym gym and I'm gonna hop into the pool. And with all the holiday activity stuff, I skipped the bike session on purpose. Now, the reason I did that is because if I'm only going to do a couple sessions for the week, I really want them to count. And swimming is still my weakest segment, so I try not to miss swim sessions as best as I possibly can. And the run, I didn't want to skip the run either because I feel like my legs still need to get acclimated to that impact load. So with this week not being about volume, I wanted to make sure that I was making smart choices with the limited time I had available. Anyways, it's time to get to the swim. Let's get to work.
I've been down, I've been out, I've been lied to. Told myself I won't take it any longer. Every hardship came with survival. Did it kill, but it really made me stronger. Throughout history, nothing was out to get to me. Had to turn on my negative into positive energy. Falling up is my enemy, that is turning to misery. Everyone is an idol, but I don't want ever to be a legend. Been my face since essence. Tell by my presence. Stop is where I'm headed. No man alive I can see capable of stopping me. Turning competition to a mockery. Breaking up the opposition properly. And practice made perfect. Consider me the prodigy, I gotta be. Remember for who you are or what you done, the decision is yours.
Just finished the warm-up. Now on to my 100s. The lats are feeling tight today.
Every day is a battle, but my mind is focused on winning the war. So want the whole world to take cover, cause I am about to go all. Every single step, every single breath, give my all, take advantage of every single moment. Have a risk skill when I'm in the wheel, talent can't outwork dedication and devotion. Best part of getting rock bottom is a bounce back, knowing that the top is where I'm going.
What's that?
What's your name?
Oh, Josiah.
Josiah. I
Yeah.
think I follow you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Zach.
Zach?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Getting in some laps?
Yeah, man.
Nice.
Yeah, I do Ironmans. Have you done any?
No Ironmans. I'm training for one right now, actually.
FIFA for fun, watch me grow.
All right, that wraps the swim. It did get a little bit busy while I was in there. A lot of people started coming into the pool, so I didn't film a whole lot. Again, I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable with the camera around, but for some of the swim stats, I'll post them up here. Total distance was 1,925 yards. The total time it took me was 45 minutes and 17 seconds. And what's really cool is typically my average pace time is 2 minutes and 15 seconds per 100 yards, but today I managed to bring that down a little bit, so my average time was 2:04 per 100 yards. So I'm super stoked about that. Average heart rate was 143 and max heart rate was 165. And today's swim was kind of gnarly because I was feeling so tight in my lats. They're actually still feeling pretty sore, which is not typical for me post swim. So I think just with the low activity I had this week, my body wasn't quite feeling up to the challenge, even though I was stoked to get into it. Also, something that's really cool that happened tonight is while I was in the pool, someone came into the lane next to me and they were asking me some questions, what I was training for, and he told me he actually follows me already. So that is super cool. Zach, it was awesome to meet you in person, bro, and good luck with your training. You are crushing it. You are swimming laps around me like crazy. And funny story, he has the same coach that I do. So clearly going with Derek Garcia as your coach and trainer for anything Ironman, triathlon, or multi-sport related is working for Zach. It's working for me. So if you are looking for any sort of training, I highly recommend checking out derekgarcia.com because Derek knows exactly what he is doing when it comes to triathlon training. But that is a wrap on week 13, and I kept this week intentionally light, not because I don't care or I'm losing motivation, but because it was the right call for me. So if this is your first time watching and you haven't seen the rest of the series, the takeaway is simple. It's that setting expectations matters. And taking an easier week doesn't mean you fell behind, so you don't have to carry that guilt into your next week of training. You don't just start back at zero. Progress doesn't disappear just because the volume drops for a few days. And I actually experienced that this week because on my run, I was able to keep my heart rate low the entire time, making sure that it stayed at 130 beats per minute, which, as you probably know if you've seen the rest of the series, is that I struggle with keeping in that zone 2. A lot of times I go into zone 3. And something like that doesn't happen if everything resets. So a well-planned easy week doesn't erase all your progress, and oftentimes it can actually protect it. And honestly, that's how I'm trying to approach this whole process. Train hard when it's time, but ease up when it makes sense. And most importantly, keep stacking those weeks without guilt. Anyways, guys, that is week 13. We're going on to the next. Also, don't forget to follow me on all platforms. I'll link them down below. Make sure you like and subscribe and comment your favorite segment. Is it the swim, the bike, or the run? And also, which one are you struggling most with? Anyways, Merry belated Christmas and Happy New Year. Love you guys. God bless. See you in the next.